WIIFTV-PM.
Get your savings coupon from participating Great Clip salons and save 20% on select tickets. See savings coupon for restrictions and details. Coming to Allstate Arena February 25th through 27th.
I don't know what you did, but you did it right. Girl, you make it look so easy. Everywhere you go, there's turning left and right. Can't say you a dime, you're a 20-piece. Cause girl, you're the reason I be acting funny. Everything in me telling me don't let you get away. And all the guys looking like they wanna love you. Every day I'm your body, got not over my dead body. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, nails done, when you put that clothes on. Why you gotta look so good, with your hair done, nails done, when you put that clothes on, girl. Why you gotta look so good? I can look and see you're not an average chick. You're shutting it down everywhere you go. Girl, I want you as bad as I want a check. Cause you're sexy from head to toe. Girl, you're the reason I be acting funny. Everything in me telling me all that you get away. And all the guys looking like they wanna love you. Every day I'm your body, got not over my dead body. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, nails done, when you put your grown on. It's something about you when you put your clothes on. Oh, when you're waking up straight out of bed, girl, why you gotta look so good? Oh, when you're at the job just taking a break, girl, why you gotta look so good? In the club turning up, why you gotta look so good? On the dance floor giving more. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Girl, you know you be killing them when you be getting your own woman on. Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, your nails done, when you put that grown on, girl, why you gotta look so good? Girl, why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good?
Taking my life to the next level. I can do anything, I can do anything. On point, on fleek, looking incredible. I can do anything, I can do anything. It's time to shine as I live my life. Cause the dreams are high. Turn up my do anything, I can do anything. I can 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 do anything, I can do anything.
Testing 1 2 1 2. Greetings, everyone. Okay, I'm waiting for my screen to come up, but let's see here. Oh, wait. Okay. Hold on. What happened to my stuff here? Here we go. I see. Okay. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Turn Up Life.
Greetings.
I'm here today, solo in the studio, but I got my co-host Fish on the line here. How you doing today, Fish?
I'm doing great. It's always good to be seen. And I'm glad to be here, of
Absolutely.
course, on another wonderful Sunday with Turn Up Life.
Yes. How's your weekend been going?
It's been going great, actually. Really good. What about yours?
It's been wonderful. I cannot
Good.
complain. Staying busy
That's
and at
right.
the same time getting a little relaxation in. Gotta balance that out. Definitely get in the relax too.
Yes, exactly. And we got some sun shining outside, which is always a good sign.
Yes,
Some good
absolutely.
weather coming. Good weather on the way.
Yes. Well, for those that are not here in Chicago, you already know Chicago. It's wintertime. What can we say?
Yes,
It's February, but we
you
have been
got that
blessed
right.
today. It's like 46 degrees. So yes. Well, I see
Yes,
some
that's a good thing.
people
Today is a good day.
online already. I see little Ayana. How you doing, Ayana? Thanks for tuning in, lady. I hope all is well. I saw your text about your mom, so definitely praying for you. And that is one of Turn Up Life's assistants, Miss Ayana, and she's on
Hi,
Facebook
Ayana.
as Ayana the Lashionista. Yeah, because she keeps her
The
lashes
Lashanisa.
fabulous.
That's cute. That's a great name. Lashanisa. I haven't heard that one. You
I
hear
know,
fashionista
right?
and all, but I've never heard the
The
Lashanisa. That's super cute.
Lashionista. Yes, too
I
cute.
like that.
So yes,
Yes,
we
all about branding.
can't wait to see you back in the studio soon, with the Sayana. And Roger, thanks for
Yes,
tuning in. Roger's all the way in New York. Thank you so much for tuning in. Greetings, Roger. So we're gonna
thank
start.
you.
We're gonna go ahead and get started. We've got a wonderful show for you all today. Got a special guest all the way from California. She's actually originally from Chicago, but we'll introduce her in a little bit as well. But just want to start off with our quote for the day. I actually got a couple of quotes because I got a little motivated and inspired by a few things this week, and I was like, wow, just some powerful words to share with you guys. So the first one comes from the page of actually our other assistant, Miss Lisa Stewart, Lisa Booking Agency. And so she's got her own company doing her thing. And of course, we love her energy when she's on board with us as well. But on her page, I was just reading this morning, and it said, life is like photography. You need the negatives in order to develop.
I love that one.
Don't you love that? I was like, wow.
Yeah,
And
I
just
do. I
so
love that one.
so true, so potent. I mean, without the negative things, without things going wrong and you being able to look at your mistakes or what you need to do differently, you can't grow. So
That's right.
that's part of life. And Fish, I know as a mom, both of us
Oh,
being
yes,
moms,
absolutely.
and of course, our other co-host, Sister Africa, Miss Kendra, we miss you guys as well.
Yes. Hey,
And
ladies.
we are all mothers, and I think this resonates kind of deep with the mom in terms of just the messages that you send and talk with your children about over and over again as they're trying to understand life.
Yes.
And going through their own things and wanting the world to be perfect and getting frustrated a lot of times because it's not, and just in coming into their own, getting a grip on what reality is, that life is ups and downs. It is
That's
those
right.
trial and errors. It's all of those things. And I always tell mine that, you only become stronger during those times. Those are the times when
That's right.
everything is tested within you. And it's like, okay, can I handle this? How am I going to deal with this? What will my action or my reaction be, to this situation? And all it does is just help to shape and mold you just like a black diamond.
The truth. It really does. It truly does. And as
Yeah.
cliche as the saying is, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger, there is so much
Yes.
truth in that. And that's an example of what that quote you just shared,
Yeah.
it symbolizes. So yes, we just got to
Absolutely.
keep persevering through
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
falls, the
Yes.
challenges.
Yeah, so you guys take that one to note and put that in your pocket for the week. Life is like photography. You need the negatives in order to develop. So whatever we're dealing with this week, this month, just keep your peace of mind, keep a smile on your face, keep it moving and going through it. Get through it.
That's right.
Keep going and
it.
keep growing.
Keep growing, grow through it. That's right.
That's right.
Don't go through it, grow through it.
Grow through it. Yes.
Grow
Okay, we
through
got
it, yes.
another powerful one here. And this is from one of the Instagram followers, Mr. Joshua Poindexter. So shout out to Joshua Poindexter. He says, everyone buys books, few ever read. Everyone wants growth, few accept pain. Everyone wants to be happier, few ever change. And lastly, and this one really hit hard, I just think this is so powerful. Intention is nothing without action, but action is nothing without intention. And our guest from a couple of weeks ago, Mr. Don Amici, actually was talking a lot about intention and how we have to be so intentional in everything that we do. And that rings true. It's like, yes, intention is nothing without action. So you can have the best of intentions, but if you don't have actions to back it up and you're not following through, then it means nothing. But at the same time, if you're constantly going and doing and you don't have any specific intention, then you're just all over the place as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you, Mr. Joshua Poindexter, for that one. And then last but not least, this one right here. This one right here, y'all.
Okay, like it's a good one, Bruin.
It's a good one. It's a good one,
okay.
Sis. It's about fear, okay? And, of course, we are dealing in a time where, fear has just been resonating in our society for the last couple of years based on what's going on, and a lot of things have been said that have caused people to just live in fear right now. They're living in fear about, everything, and that's a lot. That's a lot of weight, to carry every day. If you're trying to progress, if you're trying to accomplish things, you can't resonate in fear, and get anything done. You just can't. So this one says fear can have two meanings. It can mean forget everything and run, or it can mean face everything and rise. Yeah.
I really like that.
I love that.
I do too.
Yes.
Or face everything and rise.
Yeah.
I choose the latter.
I choose the latter. I choose
Absolutely.
the latter, but that goes to
in all things.
Yes, in all things. So even what we were talking about earlier in terms of, you need the negatives to develop, face whatever it is and allow it to help shape you and grow and then rise to the next level. That's what our show is about.
Yeah.
Turn up to the next level,
That's right.
So, wow.
Those are all very good. They are all, and I like that you ended it with that very strong, powerful message. That was a great one. So yes.
Yeah.
Because I often hear people say things like, do it scared, when we're most afraid to do something or go after something that we really want. But of course, fear is always our setback. It always, holds us back to some degree. They say do it scared. And I finally understand what that means to do it scared. So that definitely was another example of that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Face it and rise. Yes, I like that.
Yeah. I
Great
honestly
message.
can't even remember where I got that quote, but that's just something that.
Okay.
I just run
in the
across,
archives.
Yeah, I just had that in the archives. I was just reviewing a lot of the quotes that I had, and I was like, wow, that one really hit hard. So I said, that's something that I think right now with what all we're dealing with that we need to hear,
Yes.
And then you've got people that there are a lot of new entrepreneurs now. I was watching that on the news. There are so many people that have become entrepreneurs. That's, Fish. I know we're entrepreneurs. You've got to step out a lot of times with a leap of faith, and step out on faith and just say, hey, I'm going to face it. I'm going to rise. I'm going to do this, because otherwise
And
a lot
that's
of times.
such,
No, I was gonna say because otherwise, a lot of
sorry.
times you got negativity around you. It's not always everybody doesn't always have the support system that they would like to have from family and friends, and a lot of times just for people who are thinking about opening businesses or having something of your own, Don't even have it in your mind that, wow, I know this many people and have this many family members and this many friends, and they're going to support me and they're going to do this or they're going to purchase that. More than likely, that's not the case. You'll have maybe a handful out of all the people that you know. So as an entrepreneur, I'm telling you, don't ever depend on that. You have got to be ready to put in the work, to grind, to create, promote on your own, to strangers, to people that you don't know, and develop, and build your own audience and your own customer base. You have to do that on your own, really. So what were you going to say, Fish? I'm sorry.
No, but that's really it. It was pretty much the same thing in a nutshell with what you just said. But that is definitely it's a scary place to be when you're out there on your own. You don't have like that backup plan when you just fully take that leap of faith. So being an entrepreneur is definitely not for the faint at heart. So
yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So with that said, the face everything and rise. We actually have a guest on. Did she come through, Reese? Okay, so we were going to wait and bring her on and tackle another story, but we're going to go ahead and bring her on now while she's on the line. I don't want to keep her waiting too long. And, as we're talking about actually the story that we're going to talk about, it is dealing with a lot of the things that, from a societal standpoint, that we deal with that is stressful. That adds stress to our everyday life. It's just enough getting up and having to go through your schedule and deal with family life and relationships and work and the whole nine and manage all of those things and deal with the stressors that may come with those things. But then it's another thing when you're dealing with additional stressors from the standpoint of racism and discrimination and, just all of the ills that we deal with in society too. So that's something we'll touch on a little later, but our guest is coming on to teach us some de-stressing techniques. And there are so many different things that we can do to de-stress. We had a guest on before that was a yoga instructor, and she took us through breathing. So there's power in breathing, there's power in sound, there's power in healing us to restore our balance with so many different things. And I think if we just open up our minds and explore some different things, then we'll be surprised at some things that can help us with our stress levels. And it's so necessary right now. So can we bring her on, Reese? Yeah. Okay, turn your phone to AM.
This way?
Let's see.
That's right.
Is it right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes. Okay. No?
I think she got portrait lock on. Like you want to turn your phone sideways so it can get your full screen. So like you got your phone up and down right now.
There you go. Okay. There she is. Okay, so our special guest today is Miss AM, and she is. Hello, AM. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Today's a good day. It's a nice sunny day in LA. It's always hot, so I'm grateful.
Oh my God! Don't make us squirm over here. Look, don't beat us in the head with the weather. We got a little bit. We got a little bit of heat here, but nothing like LA. I know. So yeah.
But thank you for having.
Absolutely. AM, I want to tell them that you're on Instagram as It's AM Music. Yes. And the reason she's on there is It's AM Music because before I knew her in terms of the sound relaxation coach, she has an amazing voice. So if you go on her page and check out some of her stuff, I mean, do you have anything on SoundCloud or anything like that?
Yeah, I do. I just released a song called Gloss. I did it with my boyfriend, engineer, and film composer. So we kind of just did a nice, fun song together. It's been out for a few months now. So yeah, if you guys want and check out my YouTube, it's AM Music, and it's AM.
Okay. And first of all, I love the name because I'm a morning person. So I am such a morning person, and just the name, I've never heard anybody say, I'm AM. Do you give your real name or you just want to go by AM?
My real name is Amanda. I got AM through working with a lot of musical friends in Chicago, and we would work until like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. And I always used the time where it's more comfortable for me to just unleash all my ideas, and usually I'm up very late until the next morning. So they're like, yeah, we're just gonna call you AM because you never sleep. And then it being the first two letters of my name, I just thought that it would be like appropriate. I was like, you know what, AM, I like it.
I
So
love it.
I do like that too.
all my
Yes, love
in
it.
the morning, during like late nights, early morning, grinding and working, and just being the artist that I can be. So thank
Absolutely. So music is your first love, right?
music. First love. Obviously, like my parents, they were vocal. They were singers in the church, and that's kind of
Okay.
how my musical talents from always watching them sing.
Okay.
Um, then I started to perform, and I really wanted to record my own music and produce my own music. So I started to get into that profession. I
Okay.
had a lot of training when I was younger as well. So sound has always been in my life. I've played the piano. I played the piano and guitar, just a little bit of it, but I've
Okay.
always wanted to stay close to instruments as well as play them and sing and just be a light to everybody that wants to hear my music, just be heard. So I kind
Yes.
of got with the tongue drum. It's a musical instrument, and I wanted to like just find a way to relax more in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So I literally woke up one day and I brought the instrument and I started to play outside because given,
Okay.
there's a lot going on in the world, with us releasing the pandemic and people are, getting over COVID and everything like that. And just all of these crazy ideas just, put in the world, like you said, to put fear on everyone. So I kind of wanted to find a way to relax myself, and
Okay.
in myself, I found this wonderful community that was drawn to the tongue drum as I was playing. And
Okay.
immediately I'm like, you know what, if I can be of service to just helping and healing or helping that area where people just need to relax or they just want another outlet to say, how do I just calm myself through music? I decided to host sound relaxation classes. And it was just a tester. I'm like, okay, I want to see if anybody will come out if I, post it up on Instagram or just see who would want to, join with me. And I got so
Mm-hmm.
much positive feedback that I decided to start the classes. And it wasn't like it was planned or anything. I kind of just went with the flow and I just took a risk to see, how it would go. And it went very well. And I got so much positive feedback from different people saying that it really helped them just calm their mind, and they needed it before work. Some people would come before work or after work just to like release and decompress and just enjoy the music of sound. And typically it's target to hit certain energy centers in your bodies when you hear the music play. So
Okay.
for me, when it more so calms, I guess it calms my mind more so, and it puts me in a position where I'm releasing anything I have to do. I'm not thinking about anything. It's
Mm-hmm.
like meditation, but it's more so instrument meditation. So it literally made me feel uplifted and elevated. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that the goal is to feel just uplifted and elevated. Don't think too much, just relax. Because
Right.
me, I have a hard time trying to find moments in my day where I just need to take a moment and do nothing. And that's okay,
Absolutely. Yes.
because a reset. So
Yes.
the
Mm-hmm.
station was a reset for myself. And I was so happy when everyone wanted to join in. I just started playing random places like the park and other locations, and usually people
Nice.
just flow in, and it's just like a beautiful time, a beautiful community. So I hope that
Okay.
it's warm in Chicago. I come out there and play.
Yes, absolutely. Well, first of all, we want to go into a little bit of what the sound relaxation is for our viewers. So, of course, she's
Oh,
into. Oh, go ahead. Were you still talking?
yeah. Well, did you guys want me to explain, or did you?
Yeah, so I was going to say a couple of the things that I looked at was based on, first of all, sound therapy. Another name for it is sound healing. So, of
Mm-hmm.
course, with what we were discussing, we're trying to find different techniques, different ways to kind of restore the balance, within ourselves mentally because of all the stressors that we're dealing with. But it was
Mm-hmm.
also some of the things that I was reading up on was just talking about the sound frequencies and how they interact with rebalancing the body's energy so that people know
Yeah.
how powerful it is. It's not just, you're listening to some sounds and it's, a little relaxing. It's actually really helping to rebalance and restore the energy in the body. You want to elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, so it's funny that you say that because I was digging into more information about how it can affect certain parts of your body. And I'm no doctor or therapist, but honestly, for me, when I play, and I've heard this before from other people that are like licensed in sound healing and sound therapy, that when you play certain frequencies, like you said, it has like the vibrations kind of affect, like, say for instance, if you have a headache, there's certain frequencies that can really help repair the repair certain aspects of your brain. That way it can, make it calm and make it more relaxed. Like, it's almost if you were taking like ibuprofen or something, but you don't, you music, and it really helps repair your brain or repair certain elements of your body that need repairing. So when I found that out, I was like, oh my God, kind of, it makes sense, because anytime I sing, anytime I do anything with music, when I'm like feeling ill, I feel a lot better. Like, I feel like a huge difference in like my day. And I'm like, I know this sounds weird, but it's just so interesting how music can play like a huge part in our healing and our health. And people took the time out to really understand that and really realize that, then they would take it serious. Like, oh, okay, I'm not feeling well today, or I really need some healing or therapy. Just sit down for a minute, play these musical instruments, or play these frequencies, because they have, I'm not going to get too deep, but they have hertz, and I'm trying to educate myself a little bit more on what hertz are. But I understand that it's all in the same category. And so sound, when I say sound relaxation, because obviously there's like, people think it's a sound bath, but for me, I'm not really playing multiple instruments. I'm just sticking to one instrument. And that's why I kind of wanted to just say sound relaxation, because until I accumulate more into like instruments for like sound healing, then I can say, oh, it's a sound bath, or, but for me, and I wanted to say sound relaxation, because I wouldn't have to think too much on it. It's just relax and just do it. It's so technical into things, then I'm doing the exact opposite of what my intention is, and it's to relax.
This is true. And you mentioned the hertz, and I was reading about 432 frequency. So again, we're talking about 432 hertz is what gives you a strong relaxation sense. It was saying that it ensures that the brain is tuned into the Earth's frequency. And so as a result of this, it also helps you to heal. The frequency helps you to heal, and it reduces anxiety. It lowers the heart rate. It lowers blood pressure. And of course, it restores and rebalances your energy level. So, the more I'm reading about it, I'm drawn to it. And I'll tell you, I listen to relaxation music a lot of times when I'm just trying to wind down and clear my mind. And I've always listened to sounds of nature. That's a part of it. So like sounds of the wind, of the ocean, of birds chirping. I was researching just some different sounds that actually calm people down. Whispering, actually, they said, was at the top of the list, with just some of those sounds or those noises that will take your, start to rejuvenate your mind, just relax it, settle it down, So there's a lot in sound, that can help to heal us.
Absolutely. And, I'm just so blessed to even just put myself out there, as far as like, what I mean, I sing for myself and I sing for other people, but I kind of wanted to just do something that was just totally out the element, that just like brings strangers together. And I found out, like, even when I'm doing research on sound healing and sound therapy, or even vocal healing and vocal therapy, I test it out on myself just to see how I feel. So I'll probably sing tones, like with my voice, because using my throat chakra, I all chakras, but basically they're different. They're energy centers in your body, and for me, since I'm a singer, I have to work on really being vocal, really being intentional when I sing about what I'm singing about or whatever, because I understand that also affects your mind, and affects what you do on a daily basis. If you're listening to crazy music that's just low vibration, the outcome is going to be a little chaotic. Like you said, when you're more relaxing music, it kind of helps start your day in a more calm way. So I find out like I'm more calmer, and I'm able to communicate on a level, even if there's like chaos around me. I'm able to center and just think because I'm more relaxed. And I think that's what we all need. And honestly, that's what it's going to take for us to elevate ourselves and to elevate any situation, in our life, especially what's going on in the world today. So.
Absolutely. And I wanted to say, in addition to just the different types of sound, a lot of times people have an issue with sleep. I wanted to just kind of touch on that and the importance of sleep to our health.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I was talking with my sister about this just yesterday, and my other sister, my youngest sister, was having, a little trouble sleeping. And, sometimes you have family members, not my sister, but other family members that I know of that can't go to sleep, they say, without the TV being on. And I'm just the opposite, actually. I want complete silence, which actually silence is considered black noise, and there's power and healing in silence, which I totally believe that because I love silence. So you've got different colors actually associated with noise, too. I was reading up on that, white noise and black noise and violet noise. And, so these are all things to really start to, delve into and study, because these things can affect our energy levels in our bodies in different ways. But going back to the sleep issue, I was talking to my sister and I said, I remember reading something in a magazine that was highlighting people that were over 100 years old and what their advice was for living long, for their long life. And one man specifically said, when you are asleep, when your body is asleep, let it rest. See, and a lot of times we push past the limits. It's like, I got to get such and such done. Let me grab a cup of coffee because I need to stay up, or I need to do this and I need to do that. And you're running around in the middle of the day and your body just may be really fatigued to where you need a little power nap, or you need to just lay down for a while. And we keep pushing. Again, those stressors, we just keep going. But he said, and when you think about it, it makes all the sense in the world. When your body needs to rest, allow it to rest. That's the only way that you're going to rejuvenate yourself with anything that you're doing. That's the only way to heal different illnesses that we have. When the body is rested properly, now it can fight against things. So, but that sleep, people that have issues with sleep, turning on the television is really not the remedy. Now, I get it that a lot of people need some kind of sound, but what you think you need in terms of sound is really not what you need, because you're listening to voices. And so your mind can never really rest if the television is on and people are talking. But it was saying everything from relaxation sounds to silence to even a fan. Do you guys know of anybody, you ladies know of anybody that they have to have the fan on when they're going to sleep?
My boyfriend has to have the fan on.
See?
He has to have the air on in general. It's so cold, but he sleeps with the fan and the air. But that's what he says. He said he needs that sound. And I never understood, but now I literally I see what you're saying. Like, it makes so much sense.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was reading up on that, and it was saying specific. You said you know somebody too, Fish?
No, I do know people that need, but I'm saying for me, I just need it to be pitch dark. Like, I can't see. Light has to be invisible.
Right.
To a fault.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I want pitch black. And actually, thunder and rain and thunder are both part of the categories of being relaxing. And for me, that actually is. Like, for some people, that would scare them to death and keep them up. That makes me sleep harder.
It's true.
It's like nature. So it's like, why wouldn't it put you to sleep? Like, it's pure. It's just,
Exactly. Very relaxing.
Right.
And it's about getting to know yourself and what works for you. But I would advise those that have the argument that they can't sleep without the TV on, try something different. Obviously you need some type of sound going on that helps. That's obviously helping to calm and soothe your mind, but it really doesn't need to be voices. There can be so many different things from, like AM said, an air conditioner, a fan. It could be pure silence, if you're that type. There needs some relaxation music. Maybe pull up some relaxation music on YouTube with just wind sounds or the ocean sounds. Just try some different things to help really calm and relax your mental, because our mental is, we take in so much, and so much we have to deal with, and we have to have time to rest that.
Absolutely. It's so funny that you said that because that's all he does is sleep with the TV on. And it's like I could just hear in my head like, nope, I like the TV on, I need it. But it's like, you know, when you find alternate ways, like alternatives to sleep instead of like noise and TV and, you know, it literally helps you. But I know you were talking about making a change. You had used a quote and it said, if you, I forget what it was, but it's talked about making a change.
Yeah,
and
everyone
I think,
wants to be happier, but few ever change.
right, but few people want to change. And it's like, even for me, like I've realized like certain things that I keep doing that is not good for me. It's like eventually one day or even now I have to say, when do I want to make the change? I know I could be better. I know I could do this better. But it kind of, it starts off by actually doing it. It's not like start off by saying it. Because I can say all day, oh yeah, I'm going to do this. Oh yeah, I know that's good for me, but I don't want to do it. And that's the crazy thing. Like we know what's good for us. We know what can help us. We have that intuition, but it's like, you know, we don't listen to it for some reason. And I can say for myself, sometimes I don't listen. So when I accumulate more like ways in my life where I can find peace, I kind of find ways I have clarity what the next step in my life I need to do in order to change, you know, because I've already accumulated waking up and eating right and meditating and, you know, doing the relaxation. And now I'm at a place where, oh, I know what I'm doing. I know what to do next. I have clarity and everything just becomes so easy. You know, and I think that's the goal, is to like be at a point in my life where I've reached elevation, and I'm still going. I'm not saying the journey is going to be done. It's always continuing, but I want to get to a point where, for all of us. And I want to get to a point for me where I'm at a space in my life where I'm completely free of, you know, overthinking, anxiety. Like that is not even a part of my life anymore. And I know that I can achieve that. You know, I just have to take necessary steps. So
well, it goes to you know, we just talked about people not wanting to change. It goes to your daily habits. When you're trying to change, you really have to change your daily habits. That actually brings me to another quote that I'm looking right at. It just says, look at your daily habits and ask yourself if they are causing you to evolve or revolve. Are you moving forward, or are you just moving in circles? Or are you just doing the same thing over and over again?
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So listen, tell us about this instrument. So the drum that you play is called the tundra?
So it's called the tongue drum. You know, it's funny because I started to play it like a few months. I'm sorry, I'm trying to switch so my battery don't die. I played it for like a few months and immediately it just became so natural to me. So I am still learning more about the tongue drum. Right? I don't read it's like almost a keyboard. So it has notes, you know, and they book a panther for you to read the music. But the funny thing is that I don't read music. So I play by ear, even when I'm playing the piano or guitar. I just pick it up and I start going. And I go with the flow, and whatever feels right, I just go with the rhythm. And it literally has this positive outcome. So I started playing, I have it here so you could just look at it so you can see how it's shaped. It's like a
great.
circle.
I was going to ask, do you have it with you? Yes.
Yeah. So it's like the entire drum is in the same key, right? So it's like different but different levels. So it's in the that's what I do know. And let me know if you can hear it. Can you hear it?
Yes, I can hear it.
Yeah. So when I started playing that sound, I literally understood how this is something that is triggering me just to breathe deeply, like I'm breathing more, and I just feel more calm. And so with not knowing so much about it, I kind of just felt connected to it, and I just started to play it. And once I started to play, like I started to have this rhythm, because I don't read music, I can read rhythm, right? I know that so when I started to play, I kind of just felt out the keys and just felt out the tone and the rhythm and everything, almost as if I was making a song or composing an actual song. And
so do you just do that freestyle, or when you're doing the relaxation music, do you just do it freestyle?
I do it freestyle. I find that freestyle is more natural for me than that I have to read from, because it even though it's, you know, some people do that, they prefer, some people, you know, they have their book out and they go by the notes. But for me, since delicate instrument, and it all has just one sound. It kind of feels better if I freestyle, if I just
Okay.
go, because
Well, do
I
you
don't
mind
know.
freestyling and giving us a little something today?
Gotta ask.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So we're going to listen
let's
to a little relaxation music. Everybody just take a moment and don't think about anything else right now. I know that that's hard to do. It is. It's harder than you think a lot of times. You got so many thoughts going through your head and things you need to do. But now that you're listening to Turn Up Life right now, just take a moment and freeze. Relax your mind, free your mind, and just get in a place and a state of calm as she gets ready to play the ton drum for us.
Yes. Okay. Let me know if you guys can hear. I'm going to try to prop up my phone properly, so you may not see me,
Okay.
but you can hear me. You can hold it like this.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there anything that you like to have your participants prepare to do or do
Yes, of
prior
course.
to going
So
into it?
absolutely. So whatever you guys are doing right now, if you're at home, if you're out, if you're driving, don't, you can still listen to it, but, pay attention to when you're driving. Yeah, just take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out, and just relax. You can close your eyes or you can keep your eyes open just to hear the sound. It's entirely up to you, whatever your personal relaxation experience is. We can get prepared for that right now. Okay.
Wow.
So that's just it for now.
Didn't you
Wow.
feel
I
that? I felt
love
that.
it.
And that
I
is
loved it too.
freestyle. And when I freestyle, it makes more sense to me because I find a rhythm, like I said. So I hope you guys
Yes.
enjoy that. I really do. It actually
I
made
could
me,
Definitely.
definitely feel myself going to sleep in that quick
yeah,
minute. Like I felt my
Yes.
whole body, my whole being just fully, entranced in that
it's
sound relaxation.
I'm really happy you had an
Absolutely.
experience. Yeah, it's phenomenal. I'm proud of this instrument. I'm happy that I discovered it because
Yes.
I think so many instruments out there that I have no idea. I don't even know what the name, but when I hear it, it sounds so, interesting, and it just sounds so like I can connect with it. But I hope that I
Absolutely.
can find
Mhm.
more instruments in my life because I'm just on a music high right now. So
Yes. Oh, I
That's
love it.
beautiful. I
I'm
love
looking
it.
at
I
some of the
really do too.
comments from our listeners and very relaxing.
hope
Yes.
it all.
Saying they need to hear about sleep relaxation a little more and they're going to try, relaxation music. So, where can they find you, AM, in terms of your sound relaxation classes? Are you online doing the classes?
So I'm not. I am going to open up a virtual class. That way,
Okay.
people that aren't able to actually make it to the physical, they can come and they can still enjoy the relaxation experience. For
Yeah.
now, I'm hosting them every Sunday from 12 to 2:30, and we have secret locations. So it's almost if when you RSVP to my email that I provide in my handle on Instagram, it's AM Music. Just quickly send your name and whoever guest you want to bring, and then the location is provided before arrival.
This is
Okay.
in California though,
Yep,
correct? She's
California.
based in Cali. Okay.
When you like someone said like I should do like a tour thing, I'm like, that would be interesting, right? But
But
I
you could do
want
it
to.
virtually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So that would be actually that's very interesting. That's a good idea. But
Yeah.
yeah, for now in LA, I've been in LA for about 2 years now. I do miss Chicago, so shout out to my Chicago people. I miss you.
Yes.
But yeah, they're all hosted in LA at different locations, preferably when it's hotter outside, because
Okay.
I hate the cold. I don't want to be uncomfortable, so I always
Of
check.
course.
There's a
Yeah.
beautiful
Well,
for
we're
people
going
to
to
come down.
push you to do a virtual so that we can all, be a part of that
Ah,
because that
That
was
would be
beautiful.
wonderful. You will definitely have our support.
thank you so much.
That
Yes.
was beautiful.
I really,
Yes. Now,
I
where
really,
is the tundrum drum from? Do you know? A lot of the relaxation sounds I was pulling up were Tibetan. Do you know the
I
origin of the drum?
I don't know where it's from,
Okay.
like the origin of it. I'm not sure,
Okay. Okay.
but,
Well, it was a
but
beautiful sounding drum.
right,
Yes, it was.
sure.
Yes.
I'm not exactly where though, but it's
Yes.
almost harp. I feel like it reminds me of the harp a lot. Oh, Aztec. Okay, I just got
Okay.
information. Aztec.
Where
That's the
Where's it
origin.
from?
Aztec.
Oh, it's
So
Aztec.
kind of Native
Okay.
American.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
Yes.
wow.
Wow. Okay. I love it.
Interesting.
You keep going.
Yeah, very.
Keep
Thank
going
you.
and keep growing with that because there's a lot in that that can help to heal people.
Mhm.
Listen, I'm going to throw this out there for you. Not just doing the virtual classes, but go ahead and make you a CD. Make some music with that ton drum and put it
Yeah,
out there. And have people support that. That'll be a relaxation CD that you can offer with your
right.
music.
Exactly. I had the idea to do like vocal chanting as well. Because
Okay.
right now I'm just stepping into new elements of where I want to become musically, especially as a singer. I want to make sure whatever I'm singing about or whatever I'm, talking about or writing about, it has to be of substance.
Yes.
So I haven't put out an album yet because I'm still working on it because I want the intention to be pure and I want people to actually understand me and where I'm coming from with my life experiences and everything. And the
Absolutely.
tongue is really something that is going to be incorporated because I feel like I'm always picking up new techniques and I want to make sure everything is set and everything makes sense
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
how so
Okay. Well, I challenge you just to do a project with no vocals at all, just the ton drum and freestyling with different songs, and
yeah.
you'd be surprised who will pick up on that. I mean, a lot of our listeners right now are just
Mm-hmm.
talking about, and here's a listener right here. Roger says I can relate because I do mushin. Okay, Roger, I'm not sure what Mushin is, but again, it may be something that we need to research. Obviously, there's
That's
different
right.
relaxation techniques that can just really help all of us. Um,
Yeah,
and
it's so
before you
necessary more
get
than ever
out of
now.
here, AM, because we're
Mm-hmm.
running a little low on time, but we did want to mention just a story for our listeners, just so people can be abreast. This is Black History Month, and Black History Month should be celebrated 365, not just
That's
within this
right.
month, but since the focus is right now, on Blacks in February, we're going to just bring up some different things as we have all this month, at Turn Up Life, with some
Mm-hmm.
things that are going on or some things that we need to be aware of. And our host, Nafisha, brought this story to the table dealing with Tesla, and again, just some of those stressors that we deal with that are a lot of times out of our hands, but in our face. So for the workers that are in California, they filed a lawsuit against Tesla recently, as of February 9th, in regards to discrimination and racism and a lot of the things that they were experiencing. So, Fish, you want to go into some of that?
Also, yes, that was it was shared by a friend of mine or a friend of ours rather. Aziza is familiar with this person, and he was explaining how Tesla within the workplace they were segregating their employees, and the employee like blacks with blacks, Caucasians. It was just being segregated in that way, and as a result of it, I guess they took it back to a middle passage, and it was just a really very very unhealthy way of working, and as a result of it they have filed a lawsuit, And people, of course, the word has been put out, and so this person that made me aware of what just took place, he ordered a Tesla. He had it in the order coming this spring, summer, and he actually just decided to cancel that order as a result of this protest, because it's just like, you know, you can no longer support a company that's not for us, of course. So yeah, it was really eye-opening to learn that, because I personally love Teslas, and I think if it wasn't for learning that, I was in the market for one myself. So it is a little disheartening when you hear about things like that. And especially, I mean, I don't know how much is factual, but I'm sure, you know, if there's a lawsuit right now, then there actually has to be some solid facts based on those.
They've got
those
quite a few people, according to what I've pulled up here in the suit, that have filed, you know, against it, and it's in Alameda County court in California. Yeah. So, I mean, everything from, they were saying, you know, they, you know, have had to tolerate racial harassment and discrimination. But in addition to that, they've got, where is that about? Okay, here it is. Yeah. First of all, racist slurs and drawings, and being assigned to, you know, physically demanding jobs. You know, blacks were being assigned to the physically demanding jobs. Workers referred to the factory as the slave ship or the plantation, and also where defendants' productions, where the production is led, crack the whip. You know, this is one of the complaints in the suit. So just the language, the things that are being said, the way that they're being harassed, and it's more than one person. Yeah, so there's several
complaints.
Yeah, so they're really, you know, dealing with that issue right now. And of course, they just recently moved to Texas as well, or opening up something in Texas. And you know, one of the comments was, this is why, you know, they're leaving and going to Texas, because, you know, Texas won't be as strict, I guess, with some of their behaviors in terms of their employees. So I don't know, you know, how true that is. But our point is, we need to be aware of Tesla. You know, you've had Amazon, you know, that had an issue recently dealing with discrimination and racism. We've had issues with Starbucks in the past. I mean, there's just, we've got to be aware of what's going on around us, so we know where to spend our dollars and where not to, based on how we're being treated. And again, that's just one of those stressors that we deal with on the outside, you know, of things that we can't always control in terms of how someone else is going to act, but we absolutely can control where we spend our dollars.
That's the truth.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I know Tesla's that's big in California. You go to California, because I'm from California as well. So when I visit, they have like lots. Like you go to the mall, they have lots that are just filled with Tesla stations, and just, it's like a whole museum of just Teslas, you know. So that's like, you know, to know that that's happening there in that way is really, really disheartening.
Yeah.
Have you heard about those things, AM? Have you heard about those protests?
I have not heard anything about that. So I'm happy that you guys are bringing this to the forefront, because that is important. And I know a lot of people that probably would think, you know, understand that that's very important to know before purchasing Tesla. Because honestly, when I hear about something, or something that's going on behind something that we're just, you know, not even aware of, it kind of just makes me, now that I'm aware of it, it kind of makes me feel like I have a part into taking an action as well. Like, you know, you can't, that is just disheartening as this, and then continue to support, you know, such a company or a foundation. It's just, it's just wrong for me. I just wouldn't be able to do it, because I'll have some conviction. Like, you know what? Nah, I can't do it.
Exactly.
But that's crazy. I'm about this now, but I'm pretty sure that, you know, now the information is out, that everyone needs to, you know, they need to know about it, so they can understand something bigger than just a car.
Yeah, and
it's like the primary vehicle in California on the West Coast. So
wow,
that's
everywhere you look.
And you know what? Now there are so many options, though. What Nissan, Ford, everybody's coming out with electric cars now. So now we've got options. So, you know, I know that the electric car is the craze right now, and so just look, you know, look into what you're buying, you know, before you make your decision, and get a little backstory on the companies and you know what they support and what they do. So yeah, with that being said, we're kind of running out of time here, ladies. But I wanted to as always, I know we run through this hour. I wanted to first of all, let me mention I'm looking at Roger's comment. And we were asking, what is Mushin? He says Mushin is Bushido meditation. Bushido meditation. So yeah, there's different forms of meditation. That's something to look into and research in terms of the different ways to meditate. I know that, you know, I've gotten more and more into yoga over the years, and there's a lot of meditation in that, but there's just so many different things that we can get to take our mind off of the crazy, the crazy that we're dealing with a lot of times right within, you know, our environment, our space, you know, with people that are, you know, right around us, but also the crazy, you know, just in the world, you know, outside of us. So everybody take time and as we say, take care of yourself. It's about elevating you and celebrating you, and find the things that you need to do in order to restore balance and peace in your mind and keep everything, you know, on the right level, keep it smooth so that you can operate, so that you can progress.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you, AM. Thank you so much for coming in and keep us abreast when you do this Tantrum album, girl. I'm waiting for that. You all can connect with her. She's on Instagram at It's AM Music. Yes. It's AM Music. Pretty simple, right? So connect with her. Check out some of her music that she already has, and some of her meditation sounds and relaxation classes. I saw you had some things posted on your Instagram, so you guys can check out some more of her stuff on Instagram, okay?
Yeah, thank you so much, Aziza.
Thank you.
It's so good to see you.
Absolutely. And we will stay connected, okay? Love you, sis.
Love you too. Blessings.
Take care.
Okay.
Nice.
Wow. What'd you think about that, Fish?
I loved it. I thought that was, I don't think I'm not really familiar with the sound, music remedies and relaxations and things like that. So, I mean, of course I'm in the industry where I do skincare. So I have on that spa music, which is different sounds, which is relaxing. So of course I'm aware of it, but in the form of how she's going about it, that's different. That's like a different level of it. I didn't know that they actually created classes and things like that for relaxation. So I love that. It was very insightful.
Yeah, absolutely. So I hope you guys enjoy the show today. Wow, I think we had a pretty full show today. I actually got a lot out of it, and just listening to her and listening to some of the comments from our guests, from our listeners.
What did you think of it?
Oh, I loved it. I fell in love with it, and actually I've been pulling up a lot on YouTube this week, just dealing with different relaxation sounds. There are so many different types, and it's opened my eyes to a lot. And I've been doing it as I've been working this week. I've been pulling up different relaxation sounds, and it absolutely has even helped with my productivity, because it's keeping my mind off of everything else. It's allowing me to be focused a little more by having something a little more consistent and calming, going on as I'm moving and as I'm working. So, So anyway, we're going to keep studying up on that, and definitely, Roger, we're going to check into this Bushido meditation called Mushin and see what that's all about. You may have to, send me a message and give me some more information on that. But yeah, I definitely want to let our listeners know about different relaxation techniques. So thank you guys so much for listening, for tuning in. I'm Aziza Lisa here with my co-host, Nafisha Sarah. And we are missing our other co-host, Sister Africa and Kendra. And actually not next Sunday. We're going to take a break next Sunday. But we will be back the first week in March for our last show before we take a break. And I'll be doing some remote lives with you guys for Turn Up Life until April, and then we'll be back in the studio. So you guys tune back in with us, not next week, but week after next, the first week in March, and we'll see you guys real soon. Celebrate you, elevate you, turn up life, and lift up the community too, and keep going. Please keep growing. And we thank you so much for tuning in. So turn up life.
Life, yes. Turn it up.